Hello and welcome to Kelly Field. For the first time, it's a night game here this season. And there's fans in the stand. Two people. So it looks pretty full here tonight, Stephen. I'm glad to be here. I'm Tyler Lochte. I'm with Stephen Christ, Justin Berkline on camera. Steve, what are you expecting tonight?
I'm expecting to see Calvert Hall bounce back. We had a disappointing loss last week. I'm excited to see how we come back this week.
It was a disappointing loss last week for Calvert Hall. It was right here at home. They lost 17-7 to Spalding. Pallotti, they won 15-6 against Concordia. And the only points they gave up was actually their offense who gave it up. It was a fumble recovery touchdown, and that tells you how good this Pallotti defense is going to be here tonight. The captains at midfield, it looks like it's Trey Jordan and Kenny Prince. So, Stephen, this is the first true night game this season, and it might be the only time this Calvert Hall team's going to play under those Friday night lights. What's different for a player here?
Well, it's definitely a little bit bigger of an atmosphere. You might get a little bit better feel. Might parallel yourself to a Monday Night Football game or just Friday Night Lights in general. It's a much better feel. You might get a little more pumped up, have a little more energy to go.
Looks like Calvert Hall is going to be kicking off to Pallotti. So it's going to be Andrew Petrino that's going to send it deep for the Hall. And we're underway. That's going to be back to Marquise Alsop, who's going to return it for Pallotti.
Oh, he's got room.
He's going to get all the way down close to the 40-yard line.
Calvert Hall's not starting in the best field position on defense, but considering the showing last week, I'm excited to see how they come out and start the game tonight.
So it looks like the quarterback is number 1, Ijar Kolazau. He threw a touchdown in the game against Concordia. And they're going to hand it off. That's Keyshawn Wheeler, who's going to get past the 40.
Calvert Hall did a pretty good job in containing the edge on that play, Tyler. Great play on first down.
We don't have sound. going to be third down and short here for Colazzo. He's going to pass.
Taking a deep
Looking
shot.
deep for Perkins. He's got it.
That was a big time throw on third down by Colazzo. Found his man deep, and they're driving on Calvert Hall.
Colazzo going to hand it off. And Wheeler is going to go up the middle. Not going to be for much, though.
Well, back to that last play real quick. That was an incredible adjustment by the receiver on that route. He was looking inside and the ball was thrown to his outside shoulder. He adjusted and he came down with it in bounds. That was an incredible play to set him up in great field position.
Isaiah Perkins is their go-to guy on this offense. Committed to Towson. They're going to hand it off again to Wheeler.
So far, Calvert Hall's defense on the ground has been just as strong as it was last week. It's the air attack they need to do a better job defending.
About 3 minutes gone here. Pallotti trying to take the lead. Colazzo looking to pass. He's just going to flick it up to nobody. And it's going to be third down. Third down, and it looks like two, and there's a flag on the field. Maybe intentional grounding?
I wouldn't think so, Tyler. He rolled out of the pocket. I'm thinking of something after the whistle.
So it looks like it's going to be on Pallotti. They're backing up. Refs are still talking. The crowd here definitely making some noise. We were wondering how much of an effect they would have.
Even at not full capacity, it's still a huge difference compared to last week.
So Colazzo is going to have to get it done here. I would look for Perkins. Colazzo looking, and he's still on his feet. And it's going to be still going. Wow, how about this run? And he'll just throw it away.
Calvert Hall struggling to get a tackle on that play, Tyler, but they end up getting out of it alive. Fourth down, turnover on downs. Calvert Hall takes over.
So that was actually a pretty smart play there by Colazzo just to throw it away, because had he been tackled there, it would have been outside of field goal range.
Exactly, and if you're Calvert Hall, you're happy just to get off the field on defense, but you'd have preferred a lot better field position for your offense if you could have made a tackle there.
Well, The line marker said it was 3rd down, but it looks like it was 4th down. So I guess Calvert Hall gets the ball now. Amir Jenkins is not in the game. That looks like it's Noah Brannick. Brannick was 2 of 4 for an interception in his last game against Spalding. Only had 5 yards. This 2-back set, it's something new for Calvert Hall. We didn't see it at all against Spalding. We'd heard they were trying some new things tonight. Brannick looking to pass. It is going to be incomplete.
That looked like a little bit of a miscommunication on that play, Tyler. The one receiver sat down for a call out. The other receiver ran a slant. Couldn't make a play happen.
So now it's going to be 3rd down for the Cardinals. Looks like they're going to have to get to the 26-yard line. The play clock's winding down. I don't think anybody called a timeout.
I'm very confused right now, Tyler.
I don't know what's going on. So it looks like Calvert Hall is going to get an extra 25 seconds here. There must have been some mix-up with Brannick's towel. So here's Brannick. 3rd down. He's going to fire it deep and over the head of number 31, Rakeem Smith.
Calvert Hall carries the struggles from last week into this week. And it is nice to see them starting to take deep shots. They need to find some type of rhythm here. Something needs to happen on offense.
Well, we had expected this to be a very defense-heavy game. And the defenses have definitely shown up tonight. So Andrew Petrino is going to be back deep to punt.
He'll be punting from just about his own end zone.
Kenny Prince and Marquise Alsup back there again. This one's low. Alsup has it. Not sure what happened there. Steve, I've been all sorts of confused here tonight.
It was either a penalty or I'm assuming they called a fair catch. I am not entirely sure.
Didn't look like it touched Calvert Hall to down it.
Well, regardless, the market is a dead ball. Pallotti will take over on their own 46-yard line for their second drive.
So it'll be Ija Colazo again for Pallotti. It looks like Clayton Bullock Thomas Jr. is going to be in the backfield with Colazo. Whistle blew. We're still confused here, Steve.
There's been a lot of confusion in this first quarter here. But it looks like Pallotti is getting moved back 5 yards. Tyler, do you think we could attribute the confusion to the crowd noise tonight?
I mean, I think it's definitely a possibility. These players have gone a long time without crowds, and around this point, Calvert Hall would be practicing for a turkey, but I don't think they would be playing games this late. So it's been over a year since Calvert Hall's had a home field advantage like this. First down and 15, Colazo. We've seen him run before. Excuse me, that was Kenny Prince, number 2. Both Collazo and Prince split time in the Concordia game. Combined for 2 interceptions. Calvert Hall looking for their first interception on the season.
Well, there's no lack of offensive struggles to the first game for each of these squads. See you can get it going tonight.
It's going to be kept by Prince. And again, it looked like he tripped. So Pallotti's going to get awfully close to that first down marker. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Kenny Prince, he's listed as an athlete. We've seen him drop back for kick returns. Now he's on the field as a quarterback. Definitely mobile.
Screen
pass. It's dropped by Isaiah Perkins. That's a rare sight.
Calvert catches a break on that one. Trey Jordan drops back for the punt.
So Pallotti's going to go for it. They turned the ball over on downs twice last week against Concordia. Calvert Hall trying to make him do it twice on their first 2 drives here tonight.
This would be huge 2 first drives for the Calvert Hall's defense tonight if they can get 2 turnovers on downs. They'll set their offense up in great field position.
Prince trying to draw them off sides. It's not going to work. Somebody moved. And it looks like it's going to be a false start on Pallotti.
Well, I'd assume they punt now. It might be a little bit out of range to go for it here.
Looks like that's exactly what they're going to do.
So no surprise here, Calvert Hall's defense starts out strong.
Definitely no surprise. They were great last week against Spalding. Trey Jordan, Wayne Corbin. Great returns last week. That one's going to take a bounce. It's going to roll back to the 30. So Calvert Hall is going to start there. So Noah Brannick in this Calvert Hall offense trying to get the first points on the board so far. It's not filled enough. You can still hear the sidelines. Sounds like Calvert Hall wanted to get to the punter quicker there. Play clock winding down under 20. Brannick going to keep it. We saw that he could run last week. He takes a hit there.
It's a solid gain on first down. About a gain of 4.
Last week he had 15-yard run, his only carry.
So Tyler, what do you do here? Your offense has been struggling on the ground. Can't get anything going through the air. What type of adjustments do you make?
I think so. I mean, you got some pretty good wideouts here. Trey Jordan, DJ Ringgold. Definitely targets here for Brannick to throw to. On 2nd down and long here. Brannick, he will throw, and it's going to be caught. That's Donovan Lewis, one of the better route runners on this team, who's going to get the first down for the Hall.
He's running out right there and took it up the sideline. Great sign that we're seeing some signs of life from the Calvert Hall offense tonight.
A little over 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Well, it's an uneven matchup here on the near side. Somebody's going to be open. Brannick's got to see that. And he will. There's Trey Jordan. Awfully close to that first down marker.
Great pickup by Calvert Hall. Offense starting to get some rhythm here. I think the refs actually missed a pass interference across the middle of the field. Corbin got pushed to the ground and he ran a slant. Calvert Hall picks up a first down regardless.
They will pick up a first down there. It was right at the yard they needed. 10-yard catch for Trey Jordan. It's his second catch of the year. So no Brannick. Let's see if he can keep things moving here. 2 straight passing first downs for him. He's going to pass again. And it was a little bit off the mark. He was looking for Wayne Corbin, who couldn't haul that in. This is going to be 2nd down and 10. Liam Kammer is going to enter the game.
Well, Tyler, Pallotti's been playing pretty soft coverage, and then they have 1 safety back deep. So see if Calvert Hall can take advantage of that here.
We've definitely seen that Brannick certainly has the arm to be able to do that. And the sophomore quarterback, 2 running backs next to him. He's going to hand it off. Here's Liam Kammer. He's got himself a fine run. It's going to be 3rd down, and looks like 2. They're going to hand it off again. And that is DeJuan Dorsey.
Dorsey with a big stiff arm on the side there. That was a statement play.
It's going to be 4th down and 1 here. Let's see if Brannick is going to go through the air, if they're going to go with the ground game that's worked the last 2 plays.
Is that Mike Johnson in the backfield?
Looks like it is. Brannick's going to keep it up the middle.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be very close. Covered all.
The spot looks short.
Well, Pallotti's celebrating. Let's see where the refs are going to put it here. And they're going to say it's going to be Pallotti ball. So Calvert Hall turned it over on downs.
It's been nothing short of what we expected, Tyler. We expect to see 2 strong defenses come out and perform. Been nothing less.
So Colazzo's back in the game. Maybe we're going to see this quarterback rotation for the rest of the night. Colazzo got 2 men behind him. He will hand it off. Wheeler's going nowhere.
Johnson got to the backfield, took him down for a loss. What a play.
Mike Johnson, he was on this team as a freshman. Definitely a leader now that he's a senior. And he's got that knee brace. We saw him get some ice on his knee in the last game. Looks like it's not slowing him down, though. So it's going to be 2nd down and 11. Same formation for this Pallotti offense. And it's going to be a handoff. That's number 26, Clayton Bullock Thomas. And he's not going to be going far either.
Calvert Hall's defense is not budging on the ground tonight.
It's going to be 3rd down and 9.
Well, I'd expect to see a pass here, Tyler. Unless they just want to set them up in a better position to go for it on 4th down, but honestly, I'd expect a pass.
And yet again, you got to look for Isaiah Perkins. He's a 3-star recruit. So far, we've seen him make a great catch down the sideline, and he also dropped a pass.
Trey Jordan, the safety back deep. And more penalties.
Coach Jacoby Jones is clapping. He still has those yellow gloves. Almost got them confused for a flag for a second. So Pallotti's going to move back. Maybe penalties might become the story of this game. There's certainly been a lot of them.
You're right there, Tyler, and that penalty makes this third down a lot more challenging for Pallotti. I'm interested to see if they just play conservative or if they play aggressive.
Pallotti's kept that formation this entire drive. Definitely look for Perkins here. Another flag. He's going to launch it deep. That's William Webster Brown, incomplete. But there are flags on the field again. Looks like it's going to be on Pallotti again. And it is. It's going to be a false start. Make that third down and 19.
Calvert Hall might just decline this year and take the fourth down.
And that's exactly what they'll do. It's going to be Trey Jordan back. Trey Jordan and Wayne Corbin now. Connor Maloney steps over his head. Connor Maloney's going to have to do something with it here. He's just going to run it out of bounds. That's a huge break for Calvert Hall.
Same story as last week. Calvert Hall special teams continues to dominate and make big plays. Calvert Hall is in great field position to start this drive. Offense needs to capitalize right here, right now.
Points here would be huge the way this game has gone so far. So Daniel Harper Jr. just running in. This Calvert Hall defense, they've been getting it done tonight. So let's see what Noah Brannick can do. Going to start from the Pallotti 17-yard line. Great field position for the Cardinals. Brannick. He was under pressure right away. And this swarming Pallotti defense is going to take him down.
Honestly, in this situation, Tyler, I'd love to see Calvert Hall take a shot. Pallotti is pressing at the line of scrimmage, and they have no safeties back deep. Wide receiver can get any type of separation. Calvert Hall could have an easy score here.
Certainly the player to watch on this great Pallotti defense is Chris Bodie. 25 offers. He's a very good player. He did not play in Concordia, so making an impact in his first game of the season here. Pallotti head coach very animated over there on the sideline. This is Coach Ashley. The timeout's going to be called.
Well, Tyler, if you're just about one, are you surprised by anything we've seen tonight?
Not at all. I mean, when we were doing our research, I think we both came across the conclusion that it doesn't take many points tonight to win this game, and certainly we've seen that as we near the end of this first quarter. Both of these offenses certainly got to shake off the rust, get things going here. Calvert Hall is going to have it all the way back at the 21 now. They've got to get to the 7 for the first down. So in the backfield, it's Michael Brower and Liam Kammer. Brannick.
Trey Jordan.
Looking to throw. He's got Jordan in the end zone.
Oh, just off his hands. Well, that's the shot I was talking about, Tyler. The one-on-one matchup with arguably one of their best players outside and took a shot for him. Just glances off his hands.
Trey Jordan, a very versatile player. We saw last week he blocked a field goal. And that pass just falls incomplete. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 14 for Calvert Hall. Let's see if this Pallotti defense is going to make another stand.
I'd almost like to see Calvert Hall play conservative here and set themselves up in good field goal position. But we'll see.
Brannick going to throw again. Up the middle. It is caught. That's number 11, Daniel Owens. He had a touchdown catch last week. And he's got another big catch here.
Owens didn't have a lot of separation on that play, but Brannick put it right on the money. An incredible throw by number 15.
So it's going to be 1st and goal. They needed to get to the 7. That's exactly what they did. Calvert Hall have a big chance here to take the lead. Clock winding down in the first quarter. We're under a minute. Again, it's Brower and Kammer in the backfield with Brannick. Brower takes it, and Pallotti's all over him. That's Chris Body again. Looks like maybe Calvert Hall is going to let this clock wind down. So we're going to head to the second quarter. This game is going to be tied at 0 as the players make their way across the field. So Steve, what did we see there in the first quarter?
Both offenses struggled pretty decently through the first quarter, but towards the end there, Calvert Hall started to get going through the air. Considering how much the ground game has struggled for Calvert Hall, I'd like to see them take a couple shots here inside the 10.
Well, we've seen both teams put together some pretty decent drives. Pallotti's opening drive went into Calvert Hall territory, and this drive for Calvert Hall is going deep into Pallotti territory. But nobody scored in the first quarter. We'll be back for the second. We're back here at Kelly Field for the second quarter of this first night game of the season.
Well, Pallotti's pressing at the line of scrimmage. See a fade right here?
Brower and Dorsey in the backfield. Brannick, he's got to look out throwing it away. Pressure was brought by Kayvon Patterson Steinberg. It's going to be 3rd down and goal.
It is unfortunate to see an incomplete pass there, but it is a lot better than if Brannick would have taken a sack there and pushed him way away from the end zone.
Looks like it's going to be 3rd down from the 9-yard line. Brannick in the backfield with Daniel Harper Jr. and Michael Brower. Brannick, the handoff will go to Harper Jr. And he is in for the touchdown. A 9-yard run from Daniel Harper Jr. That's his first touchdown for the Cardinals. Just a sophomore transferred in this year, and he's already making a big difference.
He was one of your players to watch, right, Tyler?
That he was. Very quick.
That is a
Very
huge
strong.
score in this type of game. Going to be very, very low scoring, so it's great to see Calvert Hall take an early lead.
So Connor McGee in the holder, Petrino the kicker. And it is going to be good. 7-0 Calvert Hall. It's the first lead they've had all season. The defense is going to be poised to keep it. And really the first drive of any note for Calvert Hall. Noah Brannick marches them right down the field. Puts a 7 on the board. 7 points, that's all they got last week. Calvert Hall is certainly looking for more than that here. So Pilates all lined up, they're ready to go. Trying to get that bad taste out of their mouths as quick as they can. Petrino going to set it up at the 40, getting ready to boot this downfield. Prince and Alsop are back deep for Pallotti. It's going to be an onside kick. And it just didn't go far enough. Calvert Hall getting creative here.
That was a bold play, and I honestly think it would have worked if it would have made it the full 10 yards. Caught Pallotti off guard for sure.
It was almost perfectly executed. Pallotti was just so locked in for that kick. You saw how quickly they lined up. That might be why Calvert Hall ran that play.
That was the self kick. Patented by Pat McAfee on the Colts.
Exactly. Well, I mean, I feel like it's only fitting that number 99 only got it to go 9 yards. He was lining up on the 50. He was kind of almost waiting for it. Just had to eat it, pick it up at the 49. So at the 49-yard line, it will be for Pallotti. They're going to switch quarterbacks again. Here's Kenny Prince. Both quarterbacks are very mobile.
Yeah, another penalty.
And it's going to be another one on Pallotti. Rough night for them. Penalty-wise, at least.
Granted, we do have a crowd tonight, but I think this has to just be discipline at this point. The crowd is not making that big of an impact here, Tyler.
I mean, it's got to be at least, 5 false starts, maybe more, for the visitors. It's going to be kept by Prince. He'll get past the 50, but Calvert Hall defense not going to let him go much further. How about Cave Brown running into the official? He's fired up.
Seeing some life out there on the defensive side of the ball. I like it.
Well, we saw Cave Brown celebrating last week. A very animated player, the senior leader. Certainly loves this game. So it'll be Pallotti ball at the 47-yard line. Kenny Prince. Timeout's going to be called. Looks like Coach Ward saw something. And I think he definitely did see something because you saw Bullock Thomas clap in frustration almost. Looked like Pallotti had a really nice play lined up there. So Calvert Hall's going to take a second here to think that over. Pallotti going to have to get to the 39-yard line. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Kenny Prince with Bullock Thomas behind him. Motion. They're going to hand it off. Here's Perkins. He bobbled it for a second, but picked it right back up, and he's going to get inching closer. Looks like about 2 yards away from the first down marker.
Well, they put Perkins in motion twice now. The last time the quarterback kept it. And that's been their only real source of offense tonight, the read option and the quarterback keepers. So, see if Calvert Hall can adjust to that.
Perkins definitely key player in both those options. He's going to line up in the slot this time. Third down and 3. Hand off to Bullock Thomas, and he's going to get really close.
See where they spot him here. Looks like he might be short.
Does look that way. Looks like it's going to be 4th down and 1, and you got to guess that Pallotti's going to go for it. They've gone for it on 4th down a couple of times tonight. You better hope that's not going to be a penalty that backs them up and makes them punt it. So 4th down and 1. Kenny Prince and Bullock Thomas, both dangerous rushing. They're going to pass it. No. Kenny Prince going to try to get there, and he will. Kenny Prince has the first down himself.
He's been their only source of offense tonight, Tyler. It's no real surprise to see him pick up the first down there. Calvert honestly did a pretty good job of containing that play. It's just the tackling they've been struggling with tonight.
Looks like Pallotti only got 2 yards. Pallotti going with 3 wide receivers outside. Prince keeping it. And he's got some room. Kenny Prince. Trey Jordan on the tackle. But it's going to be another first down for Pallotti.
Well, there goes Prince again. I wouldn't be too surprised if Calvert Hall starts marking Prince maybe with a quarterback spy. He's been all the productivity for Pallotti's offense tonight.
So a new set of downs for Kenny Prince and this Pallotti offense as they're looking to tie this game up here. Prince gonna look to throw. Incomplete. He was looking for William Webster Brown in the end zone.
Looks like Pallotti wanted a flag on that one.
They're not going to get it. William Webster Brown had a touchdown catch against Concordia. 29 yards. Looks like another timeout called here. We're going to step away for a second here. We'll be back when action resumes. And we're back here at Kelly Field. Going to be a 2nd down and 10 for Kenny Prince and this Pallotti offense. Prince up the middle. He's got room. Spinning his way in for a touchdown. Kenny Prince puts Pallotti an extra point away from tying it.
Prince has effectively taken over this game on the ground for Pallotti. Calvert Hall really needs to find a solution for him. And it seems like Pallotti's just going to ride the hot hand. If Prince keeps coming out and producing, I don't know how much of Collazo we'll see.
Well, they've been flipping each down or each drive. Prince might be playing his way into a main role. He's listed as an athlete on the roster. I'd say that's very accurate. High snap, and the kick is blocked. Is that Trey Jordan again? 3rd block of his career. Special teams have been playing a big role tonight. That's the 2nd high snap of the game. So Calvert Hall is going to get the ball back and the lead. It's 7-6.
Never let anyone tell you the special teams doesn't matter. That could be the difference in the game right there.
Well, we saw special teams definitely mattered last time out for Calvert Hall. Their kick returns were fantastic. New coach Jacoby Jones certainly having a role in that. And we're about to see it. The first kickoff return of the night for Calvert Hall right here. So that's going to be Trey Jordan and Wayne Corbin deep. Looks like Pallotti doesn't have a kicker. This is Connor Maloney, who did the extra point, punted, and he's now doing kickoffs. He's a linebacker. Senior leader of this team. He forced a safety last game. So he can really do it all. Going to be a low kick. It's fielded by Colin Flanagan, the fullback. And he's not going to get too far. It looks like Pallotti did their homework on these kick returns. So Noah Brannick and this Cardinal offense is going to come back out. Steve, you think they can repeat that last drive's success?
Well, I certainly hope so. Been on the sideline for a while. It could be getting cold. Hopefully they can come back and respond right here. Get some momentum going on offense.
Brannick, just a sophomore, going to drop back. Going to throw it deep. He's got Ringgold dropping it.
Well, he had separation there, Tyler. He had about 4 steps on him. Buckhook was a little underthrown, but he still got to come down with that one. Right
through the hands of DJ Ringgold. He led the team in catches and yards last week. 5 catches, 34 yards. For the sophomore wide receiver. And that's a tough break for him. Let's see if he can bounce back.
Well, I certainly don't expect Calvert Hall to stop taking deep shots, especially with no safeties deep.
Brannick certainly does have the arm for it. They're just going to hand it off this time. That's Dorsey. DeJuan Dorsey had himself a pretty nice game last week. Led all running backs with 28 rushing yards. Certainly a running back committee here that the Cardinals employ. 4 running backs. They all get touches. And they all had some pretty nice runs. Dorsey had one that went for 26 last week. And they're going to keep him in. Throw, it's going to be caught. That's Donovan Lewis for the first down.
It's a great read by Brannick. Defense was playing soft coverage in the slot there. He dropped back off the line and he was wide open for the slant across the middle. Great read.
Clock's going to keep going. Around 7 minutes to go in the half. Calvert Hall will start with it in the second. looking to add to their 7-6 lead that they have right now. 2 running backs back there. Brower. Somebody jumped. It's going to be another penalty.
You're right, Tyler. That's been the story of this game tonight. Penalties.
I was a little bit sad there. We went about 5 whole minutes without one. I was like, we got to get one, but thankfully there was some laundry on the field there. So Brannick's going to come back out. Going to have to get 15 yards now. They converted on a 3rd down and 15 on their last drive on the way to a touchdown. Brannick. He's going to throw incomplete. Corbin just ran right into Marquise Alsop, who had an interception last week.
I thought there was a little bit behind him. Calvert Hall's fortunate. The quarterback couldn't react in time to make a play on the ball. Otherwise, that could have been a Pallotti takeaway.
Marquise Alsop, a safety. He's been playing up forward tonight. There's not really been many people back. Another thing to consider this week is that these players have had more time to look at film this week. Against Spalding, it was really just one day. So these 2 teams are a lot more ready. 2nd down and 15. Brannick dropping back. It's going to be caught out of the backfield. Michael Brower has room. Brower still going inside the 30, down to the 25-yard line.
That was excellent execution. Pallotti sold out on the screen, and he had room all the way down the sideline. What a pickup for Calvert Hall.
It was a nice pass there by Brannick. Pressure was brought. He just kind of flicked it up.
It's kind of like a
running back,
fadeaway.
Michael Brower took it the rest of the way. Great field position for Calvert Hall. They're going to say he's at the 26-yard line. They're going to give it to him again. Here's Brower. He's been putting in the work in pre-calc and the football field. That was a pretty nice run and catch. Steve, I know you look confused. Don't worry.
I'm not entirely sure how to respond to that, Tyler.
I think he's in my class. And I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm sure that he does. Anywho, it's going to be 2nd down. Handoff. Nothing there. That's going to be Chris Body again. Daniel Harper Jr. had nowhere to go.
Well, he's definitely making his presence felt tonight. He's been in the backfield a lot.
What an imposing figure he is. Definitely having a coming out party. His first game of the season. And when you think of the fact that he didn't play that last week, that just makes that performance against Concordia that much more impressive. The defense itself gave up no points. And how about this? Another flag.
There's a false start.
Gonna be on the offense. I feel like most of these penalties have been. They're taking turns with these false starts.
Well, regardless, Calvert Hall set them up in even a worse position here on 3rd down.
Not helping themselves at all. They got to get to the, looks like the 16-yard line. And they're going to have it all the way back at their own 32.
Watch Trey Jordan up top. He's all alone.
Brannick.
He's taking a shot.
He's got Jordan in the end zone. It is. It looks like it's picked off. It is. It's going to be Cameron Prescott. That's Noah Brannick's 2nd interception of the season. Tough break for Calvert Hall.
Well, they had a one-on-one matchup up top with one of their best players, and Calvert Hall tried to take advantage of it. Just couldn't get away with that one.
Second time they've thrown it deep for Jordan.
And Tyler, I think that is the 3rd interception we've had in that corner of the end zone here this year.
It happens a lot, a ridiculous amount. Zakee Wheatley had one for Spalding right there. He also caught a touchdown, same exact spot. Pallotti going to stick with the hot hand.
Taking
Prince,
a deep
he's going to
shot.
look deep. Ian Tolson wasn't close to it. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Well, neither side has been scared to take deep shots tonight. It's made this game a little more entertaining considering all the penalties we've had.
I mean, I feel like we're due for a penalty. It's been a while, maybe 2-3 plays. Pallotti going to go with that 5, 6, 7 receivers.
They've lined up in that formation a lot tonight.
It's going to be a handoff. But look, Thomas Jr., he's going to find himself a nice little path, inching forward. They got to get to the 30-yard line here. It's going to be 3rd down and 3. Yet again, 3rd down and 3 from the 27. Kenny Prince. We've seen that he could run.
I'd expect to see a quarterback keeper on this one. Calvert hasn't been able to contain him so far.
That's exactly what it's going to be. Kenny Prince has the 1st down.
So what type of adjustment do you make to that, Tyler? Do you put out a quarterback spy, or what do you do?
I mean, you got a player as athletic as him. I think that would be necessary. It looks like he's looking to run every play. Certainly a very dangerous weapon for this Pallotti offense. If nothing else, he is pretty fun to watch, as we saw in that touchdown. Prince, he's going to look to run again, and that's Chidi Ejo, who's going to be right there to make sure he can't get free.
He got swallowed up on that one. He had nowhere to go. He was looking to take a shot. No one was open. Pressure got there.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. Got to get to the 43-yard line.
It appears Pallotti's going to run the same formation again.
Now, we've seen in previous drives that they ran the same formation. The motion, 2 men in the backfield. Going to do that again. It's going to be off the ground. He was looking for Isaiah Perkins, but he just couldn't get it up to him. Perkins had a pretty big year, 2019. He averaged 26.5 yards per catch. Very dangerous player. We've seen Pallotti target him a lot. 2:46 to go in the first half. The defenses have been great here, and it's going to be 3rd down and 10. Another chance for this Calvert Hall defense to prove themselves. That same formation for Pallotti. Looks like a timeout's called. So we're going to step away. We'll be back when action returns. We're back here at Kelly Field. Big 3rd down for Pallotti. 3rd down and 10.
Crowd's starting to get into it.
Same formation. Hopefully it's going to work for him this time. Prince. Trying to get it free. This is going to be a fumble.
A fumble.
I think they're going to say incomplete pass.
I don't know about that one, Tyler.
That was really close.
I don't think his arm was coming forward.
It was Matt Conroy who picked it up. Pallotti's going to have to punt. This Calvert Hall defense, they've done their job tonight. So the linebacker slash punter, Connor Maloney, he's going to try to send it long again. The special teams has just not been what Pallotti's wanted. They've had 2 high snaps. One of them resulted in a blocked extra point. So the Calvert Hall offense is coming onto the field?
I think they might be ruling it a fumble.
I think so. That is exactly what's happening.
And they have the Calvert Hall turnover chain on the sideline.
You gotta love that.
Conroy.
Matt Conroy's wearing the chain. Wait a minute.
Oh,
nope.
Never mind.
Conroy's going to have to take off that chain as soon as he put it on. They're going to punt.
It's certainly been an interesting game from the officiating side of the ball.
I was just about to say, this has been something else. So the linebacker, Connor Maloney, is going to try his hand at punting. Interesting snap, but it'll get the job done. Makes a bounce. They had to be careful there. Kofi Irving is going to down it at the 26-yard line. So Noah Brannick's going to come back out. Excuse me, 36-yard line. We're still confused here.
Well, I can sympathize with you there, Tyler. Everyone seems confused tonight.
We just saw a turnover chain be placed and then immediately taken off the neck of Matt Conroy. You got to feel for him, Steve. One of the better moments of his athletic career.
Tyler.
Yeah. If you ask him, he's going to say, "What punt?" I don't blame him. This Pallotti defense, they're certainly not confused. They've gotten into the backfield almost every play. That's a very imposing defensive line. Cornell Evans, Chris Body. Almost every play getting to the running back. So 2 minutes to go here. Let's see Calvert Hall's 2-minute drill. Started off with a run. Lost 2 yards. Got to get to the 46-yard line.
Pallotti is still pressing. He's taking a deep shot. Oh.
Pass is caught by Trey Jordan. Stays in bounds. Still going.
In bounds.
Trey Jordan, big play for the Cardinals.
Somehow he walked the tightrope down that sideline, couldn't get out of bounds. Just a simple out route, and he took that right up the sideline.
Trey Jordan not giving up. Clock will stop only temporarily because it is a first down. And now it's going to start to roll. Calvert Hall's got 90 seconds to try to add to their lead. They will start with the ball the second half. First down and 10. Brannick, he's going to throw it again. And it's going to be dropped by Donovan Lewis. Clock will stop at 1:19. The crowd definitely did get loud there, Steve. It's been a while since I've heard that.
It's a great sound to hear, I'll tell you that.
Definitely a very motivating sound for these Calvert Hall players. I believe they've got 2 timeouts. Could be wrong, though. The scoreboard's been all over the place the last 2 games. we do want to make a note that the down and distance on the live stream is incorrect. It's been a minute. Now, that was did you see that, Steve? The ref there in that far corner just threw that flag at least the height of the lights.
I think you might be over-exaggerating.
I don't know. I don't think so. He really got it up there.
Well, he's had plenty of practice tonight to perfect his form.
That he had.
Plenty of opportunities.
You know, I don't know if he has. I think he's been getting jealous of the two line judges. Brannick. He's going to throw. Lewis dropped it.
Seen a couple of big drops from Calvert Hall tonight.
There definitely has. Both teams actually have had a couple of drops from very good players. Isaiah Perkins had a drop for Pallotti. That's going to be third down. Minute 12 to go. Pete Moore has left us behind. This is not field goal range for Calvert Hall. Noah Brannick dropping back. He had no time. Chris Body came through. We've been talking about him all night, and he shows up there with a huge sack. Calvert Hall's going to have to punt. They can let this one wind all the way down to it's like about maybe 20 seconds or so.
Well, this half is effectively over. Pallotti's not got enough time to make anything happen on offense here, unless they can get a big play on the kick return.
So it looks like they did that play last week, Steve, where Noah Brannick would punt it. It was kind of set up that it could be either a fake or a punt. It would depend on who's open.
Well, considering there's only 20 seconds left,
Noah Brannick's going to call a timeout as the play clock expires. 24.3 to go.
I think we could almost see Calvert Hall just take a shot here with almost nothing to lose. Set Pallotti up on the 50. High school football field goal range is not that long. Probably, but just put faith in their defense if they can't pick it up here. You honestly might see a shot.
I don't even know if NFL field goal range is that long. That would be...
Well, of course, but I mean they're...
Where are they? The 42?
They're granted,
okay,
even if
59
Pallotti could pick
goal.
up a couple yards if they got a play or two, they still would not be in field goal range unless they gave up a humongous play. So,
okay, so you're saying that you think Calvert Hall's going to take a shot here?
Well, if we see the offense go back out there, it's definitely a possibility.
Okay, there's no Brannick. You might be right. Pallotti's offense hasn't really done too much. I don't think they have any timeouts. The Pallotti defense, they look like they're going to expect Calvert Hall to go for it. Looks like that's what they're going to do. So they're going to have to get all the way down
I'd watch
to the 17-yard line.
I'd watch Trey Jordan up top.
Brannick's going to keep it. They're trying to get some blocks. It was a nice run there for Noah Brannick, but well, they didn't. I think they were going to try to take advantage of the prevent defense that Pallotti had and waste some time.
No harm, no foul in that play.
Brannick certainly helping his rushing stats, if nothing else. Guess you could call that a sacrifice run for all you baseball lovers. Looks like Pallotti might kneel this away to end the half. 16.5 seconds, not really much you can do. That is what they're going to do. So the clock's going to tick down. Calvert Hall, they have the lead 7-6. Steve, what stood out there in that first half?
I mean, just as we expected, both defenses came out strong. Really weren't letting anything happen on offense. We saw a few big plays, which is very entertaining, but overall defense and penalties dominated that half.
Couldn't agree with you more. Well, we're going to be back for the second half coming up. Hello and welcome back to Kelly Field under the lights here tonight. First time that's happened, but could be the last this season. I mean, you never really know with Corona. Everything's so unpredictable. These players certainly playing it like their last game, especially for these seniors.
Hopefully it's not the last one we see, but with the rising cases, it doesn't look promising.
It does not.
We can only hope for the best, though. That's all we can do.
Well, if they're playing, we'll be here. That's for sure. This the players are stretched. No, they put 2 more minutes on the clock. Guess they need more time. Well,
Tyler, do you have anyone to watch in particular for the second half?
I mean, certainly for Pallotti, I think that Ijal Kalazau is going to come back in at quarterback. We saw Kenny Prince kind of take over there towards the end of the first half. Had a very nice rushing touchdown. Listed as an athlete, and I think that really fits him. Also returns punts. But I think they're going to go back to that 2 quarterback system. But Calvert Hall will get it first, though. It'll be very important for them to add to their lead. Definitely don't think a 1-point lead is going to be big enough, but you never know. I mean, the defenses have been fantastic today.
They have been solid, but a 1-point lead is never enough, Tyler. We need to keep stacking points.
Once again, Amir Jenkins, starting quarterback for the Cardinals, not playing tonight. It's been Noah Brannick.
Well, I think Brannick's done a pretty decent job tonight. He does have the pick again, as he did last week, but he's played pretty solid and might be seeing the future Calvert Hall football out there, considering he's only a sophomore, so it looks pretty promising.
Brannick, those drops were not his fault. There was quite a few of them in that first half. So Corbin and Trey Jordan are going to be deep for the Hall. Connor Maloney's going to kick it off to get us underway in this second half. And here we go. It's going to be line drive, but that's worked. Corbin. Trying to get a block.
Oh, he's got room.
Wayne Corbin past the 35-yard line. That's another good return for Calvert Hall.
That's been a trend this year for Calvert Hall. As you stated earlier, their special teams is playing pretty well this season.
You've got 2 block kicks, a couple of nice returns.
And in a game this tight, it might come down to special teams, so it's nice to have the edge there.
Calvert Hall also had a kick blocked of their own last week. Petrino's kick got blocked. It was a field goal that would have made it a 1-possession game late. Can't have that happen here tonight. That's going to be Liam Kammer with Noah Brannick as we get this second half started offensively for the Cardinals. Well, new half, but still flags everywhere.
Same story, Tyler.
Going to be false start. I mean, come on. Did you really think we were going to last a whole play without a flag on the field?
I had hope, but it's false hope at this point.
Almost a guarantee, I'd say.
Unfortunately, that might be the reality tonight.
So this Calvert Hall offense, I never thought I'd say this, but one of the keys to the game in the second half is not having a false start. It's almost a gain of 5 yards if you don't have a false start at this point. Brannick
taking a shot.
Looking deep, nobody was there.
Miscommunication on that one. I believe that was on the receiver based on Jacoby's reaction there on the sideline. He potentially could have been running a double move and taking up the sideline, and there was no one deep for sure. Definitely could have had a chance there.
That receiver is Donovan Lewis. Donovan Lewis, just a sophomore. He's had some drops tonight. It's been a rough night for these Calvert Hall receivers.
Lewis can be open up the seam.
Brannick going to throw again, and again a miscommunication.
Really just the timing was off on that one, Tyler. Brannick was anticipating a little bit too early, a little bit too short. And you're right. Better communication on that one maybe cuts up the route sooner and they get a completion on that play.
That's another sophomore receiver, DJ Ringgold, who had a big drop of his own in the first half, and it's going to be 3rd down and 15 with that false start penalty. 2 straight incompletions to start the second half for Noah Brannick.
Pallotti drops 2 safeties deep.
Brannick stumbles and falls. Does a little push-up there, and Calvert Hall offense get off the field in a hurry.
That is not the type of start we are looking for to start up the second half.
Just 20 seconds. Somehow squeezed in a penalty, 2 incompletions, and a slip.
Those penalties, they just kill the morale of the offense, of everybody. Predetermined 5-yard loss on first down, and it's hard to recover from that.
Petrino's going to punt it. Also, going to try to find a return. Cutting it. Still on his feet.
He's got
big
blockers.
return from Marquise Alsop. Can he take it
might
all
go
the way?
all-
Yes, he will. Touchdown, Pallotti.
Well, I know we're talking about Calvert Hall special teams, but look at Pallotti's special teams making a statement, a difference on this drive.
It's Marquise Alsop who takes it back. It's a safety and a junior. Just like that, Pallotti jump in front.
That was a solid punt too there, Tyler. Got on him quick. He just found a hole and got some blockers up the sideline.
It's not the type of start that Calvert Hall we're looking for here. You know, that was so big, that 1-point lead, and getting the ball to start the second half. That was a big chance for Calvert Hall to really hop in front here. As both of these offenses have struggled, we did say it would come down to special teams. Special teams not going to get a chance here. Palazzo's in. Hand off to Wheeler. And he's not going to get in, so Calvert Hall defense comes up with a stop. It's 12-7.
Well, certainly still anyone's game. That is obviously not the way you want to start the second half, but we'll see what type of resiliency Calvert Hall has on right through the rest of this game. See what type of team they are. See if they can find their identity here on offense this upcoming drive.
Still, Calvert Hall are going to have to get a chance to have their own big return here. It was a nice return to start the second half by Corbin. Let's see what this Calvert Hall special teams unit can do. Corbin and Jordan again are deep. Connor Maloney will be the one to kick it off for Pallotti. The kick is short. Look out here, Liam Kemmer fields it. It's going to be great field position here for Calvert Hall.
They're trying to give Calvert Hall a little bit of a taste of their own medicine on that one. Seemed a little bit like an onside kick.
It was a very nice play by Liam Kemmer. It squeaked to him. He's a running back, but pretty safe hands there.
Still, I don't know if it's the cold or the demoralizing last play a couple seconds ago, but the crowd is just not into it right now.
Feels like the momentum just switched there in an instant. Brannick had 2 completions, sacked himself in the last drive. He's going to try to look to throw. Look out, he's going to be sacked. That's number 99, Cornell Evans, and things seem to be turning Pallotti's way right now.
Well, they're definitely getting the momentum swing, that's for sure. Calvert Hall needs a response here.
Well, this defensive line of Garner, Bodie, and Evans, as well as Harsley, have been fantastic tonight. They've brought it. Huge loss on the play. And there's another great play by Cornell Evans. This Pallotti defense is getting fired up. They have their first lead of the game.
Things are definitely not looking good for Calvert Hall's offense right now.
Well, it's third down. Calvert Hall's got it on their own 41. Excuse me, their own 36.
So, what type of play do you run here, Tyler? You try to just get up the field, stop moving backwards, preserve field position, or do you try to make a statement here and get some energy back on your sideline?
I mean, they've got a long way to go, and I don't know if the passing game or the rushing game has worked tonight much for Calvert Hall, but, well, there's a flag.
It was almost too good to be true.
Wow.
I think it was almost 3 minutes.
Every time they line up, I'm thinking, where's the flag? So Calvert Hall's going to move it back. They have it all the way back at their own 31. They have to get to the 42, the Pallotti 42. That's a long way.
Well, I'd expect Pallotti to drop a lot of people into coverage on this one.
So they're going to throw it deep.
Taking a shot.
Jordan makes the catch. And a flag is on the field. Let's see.
Well, if it stands, that is huge. Oh, bringing
the biggest play of the day for Calvert Hall's passing game. Trey Jordan making a great catch.
Well, that is exactly the type of statement play we were just talking about there, Tyler.
I mean, I didn't think in a million years they'd get the first down. That was a long way to go.
That is a huge play for Calvert Hall.
Looks like the refs, they want to talk it over just to make sure. Calvert Hall will take this ball at the 35-yard line.
I'm not sure what we're looking at here unless we're talking about the spot. Appears everything is fine.
It's the second huge catch tonight by Trey Jordan. He's also blocked another kick. Handoff. Liam Kammer made a couple of nice moves. They're going to say forward progress.
I think they blew that one dead a little prematurely there, in my opinion.
Liam Kammer was dancing his way through. He thought he broke away there in a really nice run. Looks like it's going to be a timeout called by Pallotti. Oh, Calvert Hall just had a big play. Lost a couple there. We'll be back. We're back here at Calvert Hall. Brandon kept it. Look out. Pressure. And he's going to go down. That's a big sack. Calvert Hall will have 2 plays of negative yards after that huge pass to Trey Jordan.
Typically after a huge play like that, Tyler, you want to go up tempo, and keep the momentum rolling. They had a timeout. They had a penalty. A couple things have been taken away momentum from Calvert Hall. And
So they've got the ball all the way back.
another long third down, but we've seen them do it before, Tyler. Another shot here.
43-yard line. They have to get to the 25.
Trey Jordan, one-on-one at the bottom again.
Cameron Prescott on him. They're going to hand it off. And the ball is loose.
No.
Looks like Pallotti have it. If this is ruled a fumble, that's another big play by this Pallotti defense.
That is almost worst case scenario there for Calvert Hall. All the momentum you just gained on the Trey Jordan big catch, it's all lost right there. That is demoralizing for a team.
So this Pallotti offense, they've seen their team put points on the board, but this is the first time they will come out in the second half. Appears to be Ija Colazzo back in at quarterback. Colazzo. He's got pressure. There's Josh Mackey getting in. He'll somehow get back to the line of scrimmage. Pretty impressive run there by Colazzo.
He was very fortunate on that one. He was actually looking to take a deep shot, but the pressure got in his face real quick and couldn't make anything happen. Mike Johnson a little slow coming off the field on that one.
He hurt his knee in the last game. Mike Johnson, very big part of this Calvert Hall defense. Send the
Fan is correct. There is only 10 players on the field right now for Calvert Hall.
See, Pallotti's going to take advantage. The ball's loose. That's Kenny Prince. So, I don't know how, but that 10-man defense for Calvert Hall just got a loss. Kenny Prince fumbled it. He must have been intimidated by those 10 players. Steve, what do you think?
I guess so, honestly. I am not in the conscience of the Pallotti players, but it's a possibility.
Well, it's going to be third down.
We got Perkins one-on-one at the bottom here.
That's Jordan Hall on him. Let's see if they go to him.
Well, they're going straight
Prince
to Perkins.
looking deep, and it's short. Perkins was the intended receiver, but this Calvert Hall defense makes a big stop. Fourth down, Pallotti will punt it. Connor Maloney, when he's had a chance to punt, he's been pretty good tonight. Doesn't kick it too high, but definitely gets it to go a distance.
Well, this is the perfect opportunity for a big return here.
It's going to be a fake. Maloney keeps it, and he's got the first down. But there's flags, of course. And that might be on Calvert Hall after the play, the way that Pallotti's celebrating right now.
Potentially a late hit out of bounds, and we referenced it right after halftime. Special teams will play a huge role in the outcome of this game, and they have had a significant impact so far.
So Pallotti players trying to solve this penalty. Calvert Hall coach is not pleased on the sideline. Pallotti, that's a huge play to keep this drive alive. Pallotti, they were in the B conference last year, but they did win it. Had 6 shutouts. Calvert Hall beat them 35-0. Sean Tucker had a big game. That game was at Pallotti. Pallotti was also not on the schedule. This game was just kind of a filler game. Mount St. Joe was supposed to be here tonight, but Corona hit them. Well, Pallotti's made the most of their opportunity, though, up against a very good A-Conference team in Calvert Hall. Kenny Prince back on his feet running. Points here for Pallotti would be very key and really the decisive almost, the way this game's gone so far, unless Calvert Hall offense can really get something going.
Yeah, that if they can score, they might just bring up a deficit that is too big to overcome for Calvert Hall. The offense has been lackluster, for lack of a better word, tonight.
How demoralizing is it as a defense? You got to stop, you got to come back out. I feel like most times you see a fake punt, it does kind of work out like that, where the defense, they'd already thought they had won, so subconsciously it's just tough for them to be out there.
Oh, for sure, Tyler.
So we've got to get 1 yard here. Third down. This Calvert Hall defense is in need.
Quarterback draw right up the middle here.
It's worked so far tonight for Kenny Prince. They're going to hand it off to Perkins. He's got the first down. By just a couple of inches, maybe.
He does pick up the first down, but that was a great job of containing the edge there by the corner. Kept him getting an even bigger gain on that one.
This has kind of become 4-down territory for Pallotti. They don't really have a kicker. The only kick they've attempted tonight has been blocked. New running back in, that's Robert Mitchell, the freshman. Prince, there's some flags. Mike Johnson celebrating.
He's bringing some energy out there right now.
I mean, you would think that the Calvert Hall defense would be used to flags at this point, but...
You'd almost think that both sides are used to flags at this point, Tyler.
I mean, Mike Johnson celebrating like he's never seen a flag before.
I'm not sure that was entirely based off the flag.
I think so. Loss of 5. It's going to be first out and 15. They got to get to the 9-yard line.
Well, there's a spot where you rely on one of your big playmakers, one of your seniors, really bring some energy to your defense when you need it the most.
Kenny Prince is going to hand it off. That's Clayton Bullock Thomas Jr., another big play by this Calvert Hall defense. Celebrating. You do have to love the energy brought tonight by this Calvert Hall defense. They have only given up 6 points. Can't really put that punt return on them.
No, they've been solid, just as we expected. But if the offense can't get anything going, they're going to be the ones that need to make a huge play here if the Cardinals are going to come out with a win in this one.
That 3-receiver set for Pallotti is back. Prince, the option. He handed it off. No room there for Bullock Thomas.
That was a very delayed handoff on that one.
It was.
He almost took it outside the hash marks.
At that point, it was almost like they were going to the same place. What was the point of handing or waiting that long?
I think that was just a broken play and a great contain by the Calvert Hall defense on that one.
It's going to be third down. Ball is on the 24-yard line. Third down and 15. That 3-receiver set again that they seem to have so often with Kenny Prince. This time he's going to look back, throw it, and it's going to be incomplete. Number 22 is Ignatius Williams. He's a freshman. And he got hit hard there on that play. Fourth down, Pallotti looking like they're going to go for it here.
Well, you mentioned earlier their kicker situation is a little bit uncertain, so not too much of a surprise, but it's a long 4th down here. Take a shot.
Appears that way. I mean, certainly you wouldn't punt from here, but I think it's going to be a little bit too far for a field goal when you have a linebacker. And the way that Pallotti's been snapping the ball, so I feel like it's almost a no-brainer to go for it, but they're going to take a timeout to think over it. That's their second burn timeout of the half.
Well, if they keep the offense on the field, I would not be surprised to see a big shot up to Perkins here. Number 1 receiver. Towson commit. Would not surprise me one bit.
3-star receiver. He had 6 catches against Concordia. Had 5 touchdown catches last year. And he's already had a big catch tonight. So let's see if this Calvert Hall defense can get a stop. Certainly been animated. They've been having some fun out there even though they're down. And it feels like more than a 5-point deficit right now, the way that this second half has gone for Calvert Hall. But it only is 5. At a stop here, they can march down and take the lead.
Well, this game is certainly still in reach.
Prince.
We're taking a shot.
He'll go into the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown, Pallotti. That's William Webster Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the season. And that's a killer for Calvert Hall.
Well, the corner reacted to the ball. He just reacted too early on that one. A bit underneath and couldn't get readjusted to the ball once he found it.
That's Kenny Prince. He's ran for a touchdown. Now he's thrown for a touchdown. The junior's having himself a great game. Well, the last extra point, it was blocked by Trey Jordan. Almost seems like his job is to block kicks. This time he won't get through. It's good.
Well, I certainly don't want to put this game out of reach. Calvert Hall can certainly come back, but the morale on that sideline just has to be at a rock bottom right now.
It's 19-7 now. Pallotti lead.
13 unanswered so far in the second half.
And 19 unanswered in this game. Calvert Hall is going to have to respond here. I don't think you can have another 3 and out if you know Brannick in this Calvert Hall offense.
Tyler, with the way that things have turned in the second half, what are you telling your players on the sideline?
Keep it together. I mean, you can't lose your head in a game like this. We've seen that happen. That's really not Calvert Hall's still definitely in this game. They've got plenty of time. And their defense, even though they did struggle in that drive a little bit, wasn't really their fault. That fake punt really did, I think, demoralize them. They did get it to a 4th and 15, but Josh Mackey's got to get on to this.
I honestly think if he would have let that go, they would have bounced out of bounds. They could have gotten a penalty on that play.
I don't know. Josh Mackey definitely was faced with a tough decision there because you can't, under any circumstance, let Pallotti get it there. Well,
Calvert Hall still takes over in pretty decent field position, all things considered.
Shooting star over there to my right. Hopefully can bring the Cardinals some luck. Nobody saw it? Just me? It was like a meteor. Crazy. Brannick low snap, picks it up. Here's a nice run. This is exactly what they needed. That's DeJuan Dorsey. And that's a great start to this drive for Calvert Hall. And you know what, Steve? Had to be the shooting star there. That's the first major run play the Cardinals have had in a long time.
I guess we can credit that, Tyler.
There's no guessing. That's another low snap. Dorsey. Look out there. That was a bit of a late hit. The one time the refs don't call a flag.
But that one, that's a little questionable there, Tyler.
Well, if there was anything that I thought I wouldn't see tonight, that would be a missed call. But here we are. Refs have been very trigger happy. They've been throwing flags everywhere on these false starts. It's a gain of only 1 yard. 1 minute to go here in the third quarter. Got a fresh 12 minutes in the fourth. Try to come back.
Pallotti is still playing press coverage.
Here's Brannick. He's going to drop back. Immediately pressure. He's got to get rid of this. And it's going to be caught. That's a nice play there by Donovan Lewis and Michael Brannick, a pair of sophomores.
That was a great throw there by Brannick. Flustered, pushed way out of the pocket, off his back foot. He made a pretty strong throw there.
When he released it, I was thinking he was just throwing away, but he did see Lewis. It is going to be third down, though. They're a yard short. But that yard...
This is a big yard for Calvert Hall. Huge down right here.
I think that you got to say it's 4-down territory. You got to get this play off, too, before the fourth. Here we go. Brandon can't take a sack here, and he will. The one thing he just couldn't do there.
That was the last thing Calvert Hall could let happen.
This Pallotti defense has come to play. The third quarter is over. They're going to switch sides.
Very unfortunate third quarter for Calvert Hall. See if they can piece things together here in the fourth.
A fresh 12 minutes have been put on the clock. The Cardinals need 12 points. Steve, what would you do here if you're the Hall? You've seen them. They've had a couple of big plays in the offense. What would you give this Pallotti offense, who's hot off that scoring drive, the ball?
Well, this is a really tough situation. You're pushed way deep on your own side of the field. And correct, the way the Pallotti's been driving, I don't know if you can give him the ball here, but...
Okay, they're going to do that punt formation with Brannick, the quarterback.
Well, we saw a lot of fakes by Pallotti so far. We'll see what Calvert Hall has in store here. I think you got to punt this one, Tyler.
The problem here is, though, that Pallotti knows Brannick was the quarterback. I think that it had a bit of an element of surprise against Spalding. This Pallotti defense certainly noticing that. Brannick going to catch it, look, and punt it. That's what he'll do, and that's going to go well out of bounds. The pooch punt doesn't really work there.
Brannick is clearly disappointed with himself after that one. That one just shanked up the side of his foot. And Pallotti is still in fairly good field position.
Points here would definitely be demoralizing. 11:51 to go. Calvert Hall still looking for their first turnover of the season. This would certainly be the time to get it. That's Kenny Prince back in.
You're exactly right there, Tyler. The offense can't make anything happen. The defense needs to step up big here. There's a spot where you look towards your senior leaders, your team captains, make something happen.
They've been very vocal tonight. Cave Brown, Mike Johnson. Prince going to keep it. There's Cave Brown. Big play there, but not really much time to celebrate, as I know he would love to. It's kind of hard to celebrate when you're down by 12, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, it's definitely not ideal.
If there's anybody that would do it, though. Gotta say that Cave Brown, and I do mean this as a compliment. His energy, I'm almost surprised he didn't there. Gonna be 2nd down and 12. Up the middle. Bullock Thomas Jr. running right into this Calvert Hall defense. That's 2 good plays.
Well, I wouldn't be shocked if Pallotti just keeps it on the ground here. That's going to look to probably run out the clock and keep hold of this lead, especially Calvert Hall has not been able to stop the run consistently tonight.
I'm thinking a passing play here for Prince. He's thrown a touchdown tonight. Prince going to let that one run down. No, they will keep it on the ground. There's Cave Brown again.
Well, it looks like they're going to mark him short. Is this 4-down territory?
Oh, let's see. I think it could be. Punter's going to stay on the sideline. It looks like they will go for it. 4th down and 1.
This is a massive play in this point of the game.
Should Pallotti get it, they'll be able to run this clock down way more. Calvert Hall defense needs to stop.
Crowd getting into it a little bit.
Prince, handoff. Bullock Thomas, it's declare he did get the 1st down. Pallotti get it done. Fresh 40 on the play clock, and that's not the sight that Calvert Hall wants to see. $9:30 to go in this game. Calvert Hall down 12. Ten seconds to go on the play clock. Fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 for Kenny Prince and the Panthers. Prince, handoff. That's a nice tackle there by Matt Conroy. It's been a weird night for him. He had the turnover chain for a couple of seconds. Got ripped off of his neck, and he's been playing hard since then.
I'd almost credit him with that turnover, to be honest with you, Tyler. In my opinion, he deserved to wear that turnover chain.
It was a great play by him. He saw the ball and he picked it up. That's how you play football. Here's Prince. 2nd down and looks about 8 yards. Gonna run it again. Here's Wheeler. No. It's kept by Prince. Throw dropped. That's the 3rd drop of the night from Perkins. Their best receiver. That'll bring up 3rd down and it'll stop the clock. But as you said earlier, 4-down territory here for the Panthers.
Calvert Hall's going to need to make 2 stands here on defense. The clock continues to wind down.
So Kenny Prince rushed and thrown for a touchdown tonight. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. Prince, handoff. Robert Mitchell is going nowhere. It's going to be 4th down. Pallotti's definitely going to go for it.
So what is the play call here, Tyler? You can run the ball, but even if you get tackled on the ground, the clock is going to stop regardless.
No, the clock is stuck at 8:22. It did not move on that play. Calvert Hall catching a lucky break here. Now it is moving. So maybe a minute saved there for Calvert Hall. There was a broken play. Kenny Prince just has to dive down. He went the wrong way for the handoff. Calvert Hall are going to take over now. Cave Brown could dance.
A little bit of miscommunication there, and Calvert Hall catches a break. Offense really needs to capitalize on this drive.
Calvert Brown looks like he's only got one shoe. He didn't even notice. Pallotti's taking his shoe and they're taking it over to their sideline. Oh, this is a disaster. Calvert Brown still hasn't realized that his shoe is gone. Pallotti's stolen it.
This is
unbelievable.
Very confusing game, for the lack of a better word.
Phenomenal.
Tyler.
He still doesn't know.
I have a feeling he might know. Seems like it's being pointed out to
How
him
long
right
do you
now.
think it's going to take for somebody to be like, hey, Calvert, where's your shoe? It's over there on the Pallotti sideline.
I'm
where I
really
left
certain
it.
he knows. I'm just don't know how he's going to get it back.
Brannick. The pressure is brought again by Pallotti. He's trying to throw and complete.
We will continue to monitor the Calvert Brown shoe situation. We'll give you
development, I would say.
give you updates as we receive new intel.
I've never seen anything like this. Now he's walking the sideline like a coach, still no shoe. We've seen some weird things. I've seen a stain on a basketball court take 15 minutes to clean.
I believe he was complaining to the ref.
Okay,
about
now,
that.
all right. I think he has realized. Brannick has handed it off. Nowhere again. That's Daniel Harper Jr.
Calvert Hall's offense still can't get any momentum on the ground.
Well, we've got an explanation from Calvert Brown himself. When asked, where's your shoe, he said, I don't know, I just started running. Well, if there's anything to take from that, it's that this Calvert Hall defense plays hard. Brannick, pressure again.
He needs to get rid of this one.
He's got to get rid of it. He will. Incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Let's see if Calvert Hall goes for it.
So Brannick is still limping a little bit on that foot. He had the foot injury last week. I guess it's carried over to this week a fair bit.
That's not good. I mean, he's been flushed out pretty much every play by this great. Okay, look at this. Trevor Miles is now racing around the track with Calvert Brown's shoe. In a tracksuit. He's hurt tonight, can't play. Big 4th down here. Brannick
Taking a shot.
finally has time looking for Jordan. Who's got it? It's incomplete.
Calvert Brown has been reunited with this shoe. That is probably the most positive thing that's happened on the Calvert Hall sideline in the past couple of moments. Offense turns it over. Pallotti takes over in Calvert Hall territory.
Calvert Brown's got to hurry up and get that shoe back on. He's been great tonight. Seven minutes to go. Pallotti taking over at the 36-yard line of Calvert Hall. Now Calvert Brown's got to find his helmet. The handoff. Bullock Thomas going nowhere. This defense has come to play for Calvert Hall. So it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like about 9 yards. Clock still ticking, 6:30 to go. Calvert Hall defense needs another stop. It's going to be kept by Kenny Prince. Calling for a block. And the Calvert Hall defense again is there.
I think they got him out of bounds on that one, Tyler. And that'll stop the clock. That is not what Pallotti wanted to do.
Kenny Prince was desperately calling for a block. He was calling Ignatius Williams the shoe snatcher. Ignatius Williams, as he will forever be known. He's a freshman, so that's going to stick for 4 years. So it'll be 3rd down and 4 for Kenny Prince. Handoff to Buckley Thomas. And Bullock Thomas will get close. Now Coffee Brown's hurt. He turns around though. He's going to stay in this game.
Calvert Hall's defense certainly needs him.
They definitely do on this 4th down and 1. Trying to stretch out his foot here, it looks like. He's nose tackle. He's got to make a play. 4th down and 1. Kenny Prince could keep it here.
I feel there's a read option coming.
Bullock Thomas, no. Kenny Prince keeps it. And it looks like he's going to be stopped short. It's going to be close again.
Stop here will be huge.
At first, it looked like he was stopped.
Looks like they're moving the chains.
Wow. I don't know about that.
Calvert Hall side is definitely going to protest this one.
He got stopped. He had to get to the 26-yard line.
They're going to measure.
Wow. They're saying they're going to measure.
So the chains had already moved. Now they're forced to come back and measure. This game has been nothing short of
confusing, yeah.
Is that a word for it?
I would say so. The clock does stop. Yanni Carey is warming up on the sideline for the Cardinals, the 3rd-string quarterback. Tonight he's the backup, and Noah Brannick might be hurt. What a story it would be for the junior to come in, get it done.
Calvert Hall sideline is getting pretty heated with the officials.
Here we go.
He just put his mask on that.
Setting the chains. Let's see. The Pallotti fans are upset this is taking so long. It's going to be short. Calvert Hall will take over.
It's a huge turn of events for the Hall.
I mean, this game's been going on for over 2 hours now, and there's no surprises. It's just we've expected the unexpected. This Calvert Hall bench is getting fired up. They need 6 here. Noah Brannick is in.
I'd like to see the offense move a little bit of tempo this drive. Run a little short on time, and they can't afford to give Pallotti any more chances. Defense stepped up. They did their job. The offense needs to do theirs.
Let's see. .5:24 to go. Calvert Hall are down by 2 possessions on this Friday night. Brannick, he's going to lob it deep. It is picked off. Cameron
Coming
Howard.
back the other way.
He's still going. Can Howard take it back? Down inside the 5.
Well, that might just about do it there, Tyler. Calvert Hall plays out of desperation, turns the ball over, and Pallotti
once again
set
that
up
pressure
inside the 5.
The pressure from the Pallotti defensive line forces Brannick to just toss it up.
Now, I understand you need a quick score, but you can't just toss it up into double coverage with 2 safeties back deep. Especially when you don't have a physically imposing wide receiver to target. I mean, you can't take a risk like that.
It's Noah Brannick's 3rd pick of the year, 2nd on the night. And a Pallotti touchdown here would put them 3 possessions ahead. It's going to be Kenny Prince again. He's kind of taken over as their starting quarterback. Prince handoff. Bullock Thomas is in. One play. Pallotti take it in for the touchdown. It's 25-7. Clayton Bullock Thomas, the junior running back. And the extra point can make it a 19-point game. And it's immediately gone silent here. You kind of felt like the chains, they were taking so long to come out. It was feeling like a big moment, maybe a momentum shift, but Brannick tosses a pick the first play.
Honestly, I think as soon as they ran the fake punt to start the second half, that kind of did it in for Calvert Hall. They lost some momentum. The morale seemed kind of.
Oh, look at this. Low snap. Collazo, could he get in?
They're going to mark him short.
He dove for the pylon. Became a pretty exciting play.
Slow getting up. This game has been nothing short of amazing. Fumbled snap on a extra point attempt, and he still almost gets to the pylon.
So the lead now is 18 points.
This game, again, is not over, but it's going to take a huge turn of events for Calvert Hall to come out on top.
Well, if there was ever a time for Calvert Hall to get one of those big kick returns, it's right now. Ijal Collazo, he dove for the pylon there. He looks hurt. He's still not off the field. Took a knee there for a second. 5:03 to go. 25 straight points scored by the Panthers. And the team from the B Conference has shown up tonight. Special teams have done their job for Pallotti. Now Trey Jordan trying to make something happen for the Cardinals. And he'll get to the 34. So here comes Noah Brannick and this Calvert Hall offense once again. This is Calvert Hall's last home game until the Turkey Bowl, which is so weird to say. Turkey Bowl being played here at Kelly Field, and Calvert Hall's going to have a lot to figure out. They've had 14 points in 2 games. Loyola beat St. Paul's 62-0 last week.
Well, I certainly hope Calvert Hall gets everything figured out by then.
Brannick throwing, passes caught. Wayne Corbin.
It's a positive play because his clock stopped going out of bounds.
First positive play, and it feels like some time. The defense on the sideline for Calvert Hall trying to get this offense into it. The defense, despite the 25 points on the board, I would still say they've played great tonight. Not all those 25 points are their fault at all.
Oh, I definitely agree with that statement.
Brannick
taking his shot.
looking deep. It's incomplete off the hands of Donovan Lewis. And now it's 3rd down.
That was a pretty impressive throw over there. Corner out, deep down the field. Almost put it pretty much on the money, just a little off target.
Lewis's hands were both on it. Couldn't come down with the catch. .445 to go. Big 3rd down. Brannick will keep it. He had an injured foot. He slides and has the 1st down.
Calvert Hall needs to move fast pace here.
Brannick clearly shaken up. We saw him on the physio bench getting taped up. It's Liam Kammer in the backfield with Noah Brannick. The clock is ticking, and Brannick's trying to get things set up. Clock all the way down to 10 seconds. Wasted 30 seconds here. Brannick, he's going to have to run again. Sliding again. Calvert Hall slowly making their way down the field. Pallotti would gladly give up these run plays if Brannick's sliding. The clock is ticking still. And again, Calvert Hall's going to let the play clock wind all the way down to 10 seconds. Brannick under pressure. He's going to have to get rid of it to nobody. And he'll be hit. 3:25 to go. And the flag is on the field.
We're going to get a roughing the passer call here.
Brannick's got his head down. Let's see what the call is. Looks like it's going to be roughing. It's going to be intentional grounding? Looks like it will be.
I don't know how you can call it intentional grounding. It was flushed out of the pocket, outside the tackle box. There was a receiver fairly in the area. I'm not so sure about that one, Tyler.
Well, the refs... What? Okay, now they're moving it back. What in the world is going on?
The officiating this game all around has been something else.
Okay, so Noah Brannick jumps up and down, and I guess the ref agrees. I don't know. He's still going, so it looks like it's going to be roughing the passer, and that's actually a pretty big play for Calvert Hall. Biggest play of this drive.
I don't know what to make of this officiating.
That's a 30-yard flip there.
Well, Cardinals will take it, that's for sure. Can't complain about anything like that.
Well, a Pallotti fan just yelled, you might as well just give him the touchdown, because that ref, he had to walk 30 yards. It did look like a lot longer than it really was. So the play clock winding down. Brannick's got to be aware of it here. It's at 2. He'll get the snap off.
Taking a deep
He's
shot.
going to fire it. It's incomplete. Out of the hands of Rakeem Smith.
Seems almost indicative of Calvert Hall's efforts tonight. Everything's just kind of falling right through their fingertips. As soon as it seemed like they got a chance to make a big play, hasn't come to fruition.
Would have been a huge play there. Could Smith hang on to it? Would have been down inside the 5, if not a touchdown. 3:19 to go. 2nd down and 10 for the Hall. Noah Brannick going to hand it off. Liam Kammer twisting his way forward. It looks like he's going to get the first down, which will stop the clock at 3:11. Clock is ticking. The Calvert Hall's going to huddle. It was quick. 3 minutes to go. Calvert Hall needing 3 touchdowns. Brannick throwing incomplete again. He was looking for Smith. And it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Clock's under 3 minutes now. If Calvert Hall's going to have any chance to win this game, they need to score very soon.
So this Pallotti defense has been great tonight. They've given up 7 points this whole season. That's 2 games. Calvert Hall trying to make that opposite. Brannick looking to throw. Pass is tipped and almost caught by Smith. And it's going to be 3rd down and 10. They've gone to Smith 3 straight passing plays. And each time it's been pretty close to him.
Tyler, in a big situation like this, do you take a shot at Trey Jordan, number 3, and your senior leaders here?
Seems to be the only receiver tonight who's consistently had great hands. Really a problem with drops tonight for the Hall. Frustrating night for this receiving core and new coach Jacoby Jones. Brannick dropping back to throw
Taking
again.
a
He's
shot.
looking for Jones. Is that
Did he catch
caught?
that?
Yes, it is. What a catch, Trey Jordan.
We were just talking about Jordan. That was a heck of a catch. One-handed, falling on his back. Calvert Hall still has life.
Touchdown, Trey Jordan. Calvert Hall might have a chance here.
Calvert Hall's going to go for 2 here.
Now, this is an interesting call here to go for 2. You're down by
Well-
18. This would make it 20. Okay, so this would make it a 10-point game. Never mind. I don't know. I've been confused. They didn't change the number on the scoreboard.
Now it has changed.
It is changed. Rakeem
He's
Smith
gonna get
gets
in.
in. 2-point conversion is good for Calvert Hall. It's a 10-point ball game.
Well, if Calvert Hall can get a onside kick here, maybe score a touchdown, they're only down by a field goal. There's plenty of life still on the Cardinals side.
Trey Jordan, yet again, I mean, just an incredible catch.
Well, that's what you expect from your seniors. Under the lights, he stepped up when we needed it the most.
Noah Brannick still shaken up. Calvert Hall tried an onside kick earlier, and had it gone one more yard, they would have gotten it. Let's see if they're going to go onside kick here.
Well, I don't know if we're going to have the element of surprise on this one, but we definitely need it. We need the onside kick.
2:36. Calvert Hall are going to need a touchdown and a field goal. Noah Brannick is shaken up on the sideline. Again, it would be number 18, Yanni Carey. He's a junior. And he would be tasked with the monumental comeback here tonight.
Brannick might be shaken up, but I don't know if there's anything that's going to take him out of this game, Tyler.
Pure adrenaline, maybe. That's his first touchdown pass of the season. Phenomenal catch by Trey Jordan. But Brannick has really been putting it in his receiver's hands all night. It's going to be an onside kick. Takes a Calvert Hall bounce. And it's going to be recovered by Perkins, but he cannot run it back.
I think they're going to say Calvert Hall touched it early. Or maybe they're just marking it dead.
Or I think they do mark it dead on an onside kick. I believe that's the rule. It did take a bounce, favorable to Calvert Hall though, but they just couldn't get it. No time went off the clock though, still 2:36.
Calvert Hall needs a quick stop, need to utilize all their timeouts, and that's really the only shot they have here, unless they can somehow get a miraculous turnover.
They do have some timeouts. I believe Pallotti only has one. Calvert Hall's been a lot more conservative calling theirs. No, Brannick's still limping. So here we go. Pallotti ball at the 50-yard line. It would be some comeback for Calvert Hall, but it all starts here with the defensive stop. Cave Brown and this defensive line going to have to get it done. Kenny Prince. He's going to run it himself. He's got to be careful here to hang on to the ball.
That was a great pickup there on first down.
Kenny
You're a
Prince
Pallotti
is
fan.
limping. Look out here. Approaching 2 minutes left to go in this game.
Pallotti is going to run the play clock all the way down, probably to about 2 or 1 before they get a snap off. They're going to drain that clock.
There is no 2-minute warning in high school football. Kenny Prince is shaken up here. They do like to run it with him. Calvert Hall are going to have to stop them from getting a first down. Bullock Thomas. He's going to be brought down. And there's a
Flag after the fact.
If this is against Calvert Hall, it might as well just be game over.
I think it might be against Pallotti.
This Calvert Hall bench is fired up. Let's see.
I saw a blur of red fly down on the ground.
Not sure what happened there.
That would stop the clock and back up Pallotti. That would be a huge break for Calvert Hall.
Let's see. It's going to be... They're going to leave it there? What's the flag on? Okay. Looks like it's up against Pallotti. So here we go. You're right. The clock is stopped. That's a huge break for Calvert Hall. The Pallotti fans are not happy. Pallotti fans really upset. Okay, here we go. Maybe we'll get an explanation. Unnecessary roughness, maybe?
I believe it is.
It was number 22, the shoe thief, Ignatius Williams, up to some tomfoolery again. I believe that was him who got the foul called on. The goofster and gaffster, just a freshman.
Some great descriptions here, Tyler.
Well, thank you. 1:40 left to go. This game's been going on for 2.5 hours. Nothing is making sense anymore. Pallotti fans, even though they're winning by 10, are accusing Calvert Hall of cheating them out of this game, which is one of the more interesting claims I've heard from a parent. Wouldn't you say so, Steve?
Tyler, after everything we've seen tonight, that's the least of my worries.
Really? Okay, Steve, I didn't know that you were out here saying, oh, they're cheating.
I know.
A single play doesn't go your way, but we see your true colors are just shining through. Now, it's going to be a loss of it down here, too. It's going to be 3rd down. They've got to go pretty far. Calvert Hall didn't have to burn a timeout. That penalty really is big. Now we're just kind of standing around. All right, now we can play.
Long 3rd down.
1:40 to go. You got to think Pallotti's going to punt, I would think. Going to hand it off to Perkins. Perkins getting across the 50.
Pallotti
They're not going to call their timeout here. Yes, they will. 1:29 to go.